Hi guys, good afternoon. It is 12:30, Tuesday 17th of November. As you can see from the headline feed down the bottom, Brexit negotiators are reportedly zeroing in on a trade deal as early as next week. Not too dissimilar to reports from overnight, but something to keep an eye on. And at the moment the pound is liking it as we start to potentially price in a deal. On my chart I have the euro pound up, and it's actually just below a pretty important level here. You can see we have had some decent price action really going back to July, and are currently are below, having actually pushed back above it as recently as the 12th of November. So one to keep an eye on there for any pound related traders. We're also seeing pound against the dollar cable pushing to new highs, breaking above yesterday's high and more. Let's just put this onto the 60-minute. You can see a nice clean break above there, albeit coming down a touch, but one to keep a watch on around that level in the futures. Let's just call it 132.40 to 132.50 is the key zone to keep an eye on for the end of the day there. Equities this morning, let's just bring those in. Give me a second or so. Still, well, they've come under a bit of pressure this morning, but still relatively elevated given everything that has gone on. In terms of today, we do have a bit of data out, and we have some Fed speakers as well. But in terms of the key levels, for me, to the downside, the 3600 handle, which we're 5 points above at the moment, and yesterday's lows at 35.98.5 will be that key support point before I actually think we could almost get a cleaner move down towards that gap fill from the weekend where we did gap higher, and that would be an obvious place where the bears could look to take some control too. Overall though, I'm still pretty bullish this market unless we get back below 35.10. Really solid support all last week. And at the moment it does look okay. The Dow Jones, just for a quick look there as well, you can see is coming under a tiny bit of pressure, but that similar level there for the S&P that you can see here on the Dow, 29,600 would be the one that I would keep an eye on. To the upside, if we are to have a positive move into the back end of the session or the start of the US session following the open, I would be looking for price to break above this trend line here. Bit of dollar weakness that we have seen hasn't really impacted gold too much. I have to say it's pretty stationary at the moment. However, really nice trend line from the high of yesterday. You can say we can clearly see that the market is respecting that along with the previous highs of the day. So along above 1890 does interest me, if not before, when the volume comes in and potential break above that trend line. To the downside, if we are to see some dollar strength return to the market, 1882 looks a pretty good level where if anyone is long, they probably would want to exit that position and the bears could take over a bit of control. Quick look over oil, just to wrap it. You can see that is just testing the lower bound of today and also yesterday afternoon, around 41 bucks, just below there as well. So quite a key one. But for me, oil at the moment, having been a beautiful market over the last couple of weeks, it's just finding its ground again, deciding which way to go. For me, I'm only interested in waiting for 39.36 to come in, or back towards 43 bucks. What happens in between there, I'm not really too interested in at the moment. Anyway guys, hope you all have a good session, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.